My dear students, hope you all are well. This is Shetu Mitro, lecturer, Department of Agriculture Studies, Milestone College, Uttara Dhaka. Now, you all are welcome to my today's discussion.
Today we will discuss about chapter 2 section 4 from second paper, and the name of the chapter is poultry rearing and the name of the section is cock and hen rearing system. After completing today's lesson, you are able to know about the classification of chicken rearing with their advantages and disadvantages. Then the site selection and the feed of chicken rearing, and then the disease management of chicken or hen. The classification, mainly chicken can be reared with three systems. One is free range system, then semi intensive system and intensive system. Free range system, you can see a image of free range system. Here you can see that the chickens can move easily anywhere in this place. You can see that it is the most common and popular traditional method, and in maximum case of our rural area this system is followed. In this system the chicken goes out from their house very early in the morning and move freely beside their house. They come back home just after the sunset. This system has some advantages and disadvantages. The advantages are mainly additional food requirement is lower and disease prevention power is higher. No disturbance of chicken rearing and it is an easy method. Mainly labor cost is low, additional care is not needed. The chicken can adapt with the local environment. And the disadvantages are there is a risk of getting stolen of this chicken and this cannot rear more number of chicken. Environment can be polluted and don't get balanced food as they normally take scattered food. Create disturbance for the neighbors and only domestic breed can be reared and laid eggs can be collected easily and less number of eggs. Now semi-intensive method. You can see an image of semi-intensive method. Mainly in this system chickens are reared within a net boundary but without shed, and you can see this in this image. Their house will be within this net boundary. Here chickens can move freely within this boundary. A boundary of 1.5 meters should be made in front of their house. This is called run. And the advantages of semi-intensive system or method is less possibility of stolen, large number of chicken can be reared, other animal cannot make hazards, exotic and hybrid both variety can be reared, balanced food can be fed, chickens can be kept within control, they can quickly take shelter in their house during rain. And the disadvantages are mainly more space is required, more labor is required, more cost is required, additional care is needed. These types of chicken cannot adapt with all kinds of environment. Sometimes reptile types animal like snake can attack. Now intensive method. Mainly intensive method is the most commercial method. Chicken rearing in a house or cage having litter on the floor composed of straw, dust or rice husk is usually known as intensive method. It is mainly suitable for commercial farming. Mainly in this method chickens are given artificial heat, light and air. Mainly intensive In intensive method or in this system, chickens can be reared in two ways, that is rearing in cage or rearing in floor. The advantages of intensive system: more chicken can be reared in less place. Chickens can be kept under control and no chances of stolen, and easy to collect egg. And the main disadvantages are, if the disease attacked, then it spreads very quickly and need more labor, it is more costly, need artificial heat, light and air. In the intensive system, mainly chickens can be reared in two ways, and one of them the rearing system in the cage and another is the rearing in floor. And in this slide you can see the poultry rearing in cage method. Mainly in the urban area these methods are very popular, and in urban area multi-store cage is used for poultry rearing, and mainly for better production 3 chickens are kept in each division. Cage is prepared by using thin rod or wire nets, and chicken can lay egg, eat and drink in this cage. 2 to 3 slaves can be made in the cage, and tray should be cleaned 2 times in a week. The front side of the cage at the base is little slope. That's why the eggs comes down. And here in this slide you can see two images, and one is litter method and another is deep litter method. Mainly this is the system of intensive system, and in the litter method mainly wood dust, rice husk, wooden leg, dry cast etc can be used. And what is litter? This is one important knowledge based question. Mainly the bed of the birds and animals are called litter. And which is used as litter? That is wood, dust, rice husk, wooden lath or dry grasses etc can be used in the floor, and this is called the litter. Mainly in the litter production, the litter materials remains 5 to 7 centimeter wide, and in the deep litter procedures, the litters are kept in 15 to 23 centimeter wide. This is the main difference. And for rearing layered chicken, mainly deep litter procedure is applicable, and weekly this litter is to be flip-flopped, and for giving good environment of the floor the litter is used. And here you can see two images, and the first image shown in litter method and the second image you can see the deep litter method. And mainly the materials which is used as litter depends on the depth, that is which is 5 to 7 centimeter wide, then the litter method is normal, and when the litters having weight of 15 to 23 centimeter, then this method is called deep litter method. Now the feed for hen. If the hens are provided with balanced food, and they will then give regular eggs and they will grow up healthy. And 6 elementary sources are present for the hen's food, and the elements are carbohydrate, protein, vitamins, fat, mineral, water. Firstly, the carbohydrate. If the food contains more carbohydrate, then the chicken will give more egg and grow quickly, creates heat and energy in their body. Mainly carbohydrate helps to create heat and energy in hen's body, and the main source of carbohydrate is wheat, maize, rice etc. Then the protein. The protein helps to create muscles and helps in near and tear growth, energy production of the chicken's body. And the main source of protein are pulse bran, dry fish dust, blood dust or blood meal, snail etc. Then vitamins. Vitamins are very important, and the main sources of vitamins are green vegetables, meat, molasses etc. Then the fat. Fat helps to create heat and energy, and the body growth and eggs become larger in the hen. and meat and egg contains more fat, and the main sources of fat are fish fat, mustard, soybean, sesame, etc. Then the minerals. Minerals creates anti-resistance power and lessen diseases, and it helps in making eggshell and bone. And the main sources of minerals are dry feed dust, snail, oyster, limestone, salt, etc. And the last one is the water, which is very important for any types of living organism, and it creates anti-resistant power, and water helps in digestion, circulate body temperature, etc. And the main sources, that is plain water, green grasses, spinach, etc. Here you can see some poultry feet, and according to the size the feet are named, that is mash feet or crumble feet or fillet feet. And here you can see two types of meal, that is bone meal and blood meal. Bone meal, that is prepared from the bones of different animals, and blood meal or blood dust, where the blood are dried and then dust, and these two types feeds are used for poultry. Disease management of hen. The main diseases or most common diseases which attack hen are: first one is Newcastle disease, and the causal organism is virus. Then bird flu, and its also causal organism virus. Gambro, its causal organism is also virus. Mars, causal organism is virus. Smallpox, causal organism is virus. Psoriasis, this causal organism is protozoa, mainly Tenillia parasite protozoa. And for cholera, the causal organism is bacteria. Newcastle disease, local named Ranikhet. It is the most common disease of chicken. This disease was first indicated in the city Newcastle of England. That's why its name is Newcastle disease. And later it was found in Ranikhet named place in India. And later it was named in Ranikhet. And in our country, we are locally familiar in this disease is Ranikhet. Here you can see an image of a chicken which is attacked with Ranikhet. And the common symptoms of Ranikhet disease is affected birds and chicks doze in the corner of the house, and they are excreted like white lime. They have breathing problem. The hen try to take breath by opening their mouth. The neck became curved and feel giddy, and the neck became curved. You can see this in this image. BCRDV. This is a very important knowledge based and MCQ question, that is, what is BCRDV or the full form of BCRDV? The full form of BCRDV is Baby Chick Ranikhet Disease Vaccine. And here you can see one baby chick who is vaccinated, and the vaccine is BCRDV. Mainly for the prevention of Ranikhet disease or Newcastle disease are separating healthy hen from chick hen, to bird the dead hen and ensure organic safety. And a drop of BCRDV should be given to the hen of 21 days age, and RDV 1 cc injection should be given to the hen of 2 months. Bird flu disease. The disease was first indicated in Bangladesh in 2007, and after that year, every year, lakhs of things are dying. So this is much warning. This disease was first indicated in Hong Kong at the year 1968, and this too is very important MCQ question or knowledge based question, that is, when bird flu was first indicated in Bangladesh, or where bird flu was first indicated and when. In this image, you can see a symptom of bird flu disease, that is, eyes become swollen and continuous water drops from eyes. This is one of the main symptoms, and the hen die before showing any symptom. That is, the hen can die before showing any symptom. The affected hen looks weak and their excreta became liquid like water. Breathing problem can be seen and they take frequent breathing. Their featherless part of the leg may turn into reddish. This is the main symptoms of bird flu disease. And to prevent bird flu disease, 1 cc injection should be given to the hen of any age in the skin, and a drop of vaccine of bird flu should be given in eyes of the hen is 1 day. And when bird flu disease was found, separate healthy hen from sick hen. This is very important or mandatory, and then the sick hen must bury and the dead hen or sick hen. Ensure organic safety to stop the entrance of germ, and after attacking this disease there is no treatment and prevention. That's why healthy hen or healthy chicken should be separating from the sick hen or chicken. Gumboro disease. The disease was first indicated in Gumboro city of USA in the year 1962, and in our country the disease was first indicated in 1992. So first indicated in 1962 and first indicated in Bangladesh in 1992. Symptoms. In this image you can see some symptoms of Gumboro disease. That is, their excreta spreads too much bad smell and they avoid food. Shivering is seen in the body. Affected hen lies in the ground. Blood and slippery materials come out from the excreta. They die because of water storage. And when the chicken are attacked by Gumboro disease, some prevention should be taken, that is separating healthy hen from the sick hen because it is a viral disease, and then to bury the dead hen. Ensure organic safety to stop the entrance of germ, and after attacking there is no treatment and prevention because this is a viral disease, so this measurement should be done. Dear students, that's all for today's lesson. If you have any queries, any question, ask your subject teacher. They must help you. Dear students, that's all for today's lesson. Thank you.